Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 17th of February, 2026. An exhausting day, to say the least, because today should have gone a lot better, but sadly, because of a product being incredibly disappointing, created a stream of, yet again, uncertainty, chaos, people not knowing what was going on, causing people to lose interest, and then for the first time since I've returned to Street Fighter 6, we actually had a night of Street Fighter 6 that was not well engaged and supported. Yeah. So an interesting combo today, but not for the good reasons. Let's talk about it. All right. So this morning, chill DSP morning show. Hung out for an hour, built up engagement, got a lot of viewers. That's for sure. Like the viewership went way up during the morning show, which was good, because I really wanted to cover the Virtual Boy, and I hoped that it was going to be something good. After that chill hour, just hanging out and actually purchasing the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack membership, we jumped in and I tried to play the Virtual Boy. I say tried because just as we had surmised from the day before, the Virtual Boy cannot be played on the Switch 2 and captured from nor streamed. Nintendo, and all of its idiocy, decided that if you enable the Virtual Boy app on there, it will not do video out. So therefore, it basically says you have to go, undock your Switch. Even if I had bought a cable to do it, it still wouldn't have worked. It still would have prevented me from capturing and streaming from this thing, which is incredibly stupid. So because I couldn't show you gameplay, for about 45 minutes, I just plugged the Virtual Boy, hooked it up here and played the Wario Land game, and I played golf. And I tried as best as I could to verbally describe everything that I was seeing. I told you how I felt. I told you about all the effects of it, etc. Some people found it absolutely fascinating. Some found it was terrible, and some thought that it was funny as shit. There's not much I can do. I literally couldn't show you the gameplay. Now, someone did actually find a website that emulates the games of the Virtual Boy, and you can play them in a browser. So one day, if we actually just want to see the games for themselves, we can do that. But the whole point was for me to be experiencing the whole 3D aspect of the Virtual Boy with you, so that I was getting the whole, feeling of what it was, so I could properly review it. So yeah, for an hour, I basically talked you through Virtual Boy, and it certainly wasn't the most entertaining or fascinating thing ever done because it was stupid. All right, admittedly, okay? Luckily, for the next 2 hours, I was able to explore the NES, SNES, Genesis, N64, GameCube, Game Boy, and Game Boy Advance libraries that are also on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So good stuff in there. And we actually played a good variety of games, including Wario Land 4, Mario Paint, Zelda Minish Cap, Metroid Fusion, Mario 64, and we looked at a few others as well. So good variety of gameplay. Now, all of that stuff is currently live on the channel, but then during the break, YouTube went down for like an hour. When it went down, everything kind of got messed up. So I came back from my break and everything was done. Oh, nothing's done yet. So I had to resume uploads, and I wanted to actually record a dedicated review of the Virtual Boy. So I did. It's about 20 minutes long. It talks about the pricing, the features, how it works, how I felt when I was using it, etc. And essentially, I tell you my final thoughts. Spoiler, it's a scam. They ripped everyone off, charging them the insane amount of money they charged them for the Virtual Boy. It's just completely a ripoff by Nintendo, okay? Now, outside of that, the stream did decent. Basically, when I stopped playing the Virtual Boy and we started hanging out and playing random games, people were supporting and enjoying. The problem was the hour of Virtual Boy was a bust because no one wants to just sit here watching me or play it while I commentate, but you can't see the game. And again, there was no way around it. There was nothing I could do about that. That's on Nintendo being completely fucking stupid in 2026. So it was still a good stream. It didn't do poorly, but it also didn't excel. It was kind of like in the middle of the road with how it went when it came to support. Engagement was huge. Like that stream actually had great views because people were curious about what was going to happen with this thing. Okay. Now, coming off of that stream and off of 2 slower streams that happened yesterday. Again, they weren't terrible, but they were just okay streams yesterday. I was really hoping for Street Fighter 6 to be that staple game that was going to come back strong and people were going to be excited for it and support it, and that didn't happen. And if you want my honest opinion, I think what's happened is I think Street Fighter 6 is now getting worn out again, just like it did a year ago. That's why I stopped playing it, because even though I would get a bunch of trolls to come to streams and talk shit, the people who were actually positively liking it stopped coming by. And tonight I noticed that like basically, maybe there was a few people right at the beginning of the stream who were supportive. One guy, donated a lot. And then all of a sudden I start playing the game and it's dead. No support whatsoever. And a bunch of trolls, of course, always show up for Street Fighter. But I think there was one sub all night, like 100 kicks all night. So no support basically from the kick side. And the YouTube side, like I said, started off strong and then almost dead the entire night. By the end of the night, I'd raised $100 playing Street Fighter 6. By far, the absolute worst stream of Street Fighter 6 that I've had since it returned over a month ago. In addition, tonight I played with Lily. And for those who don't know, Lily is bottom tier. Lily is insanely bottom tier. She gets bodied by most of the cast. Unless you use certain tricks and stuff, she can barely hit some people. She has to get lucky. If she gets rushed down and pushed to the corner, she's toast. So, did I do good? Well, here's the truth. I think I did better than I feel, because like by the end of the night, I was very exhausted. But to be frank, I did actually steamroll a bunch of people. I did get some good win streaks. So it wasn't like I was losing all night. I personally feel like it was maybe middle of the road, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll see, because there are people who count wins and losses. And I'm sure they're going to tell me overnight, how I actually did. But yeah, overall, that was a very exhausting stream of Street Fighter 6, notably because I'm playing with Lily and she's the worst and I'm trying to win, and it's hard. I still did well. I feel was doing well and was getting, good wins in, but the audience basically was kind of not digging it anymore for whatever reason. But like I said, by the end of the night, we ended at $100. Now that's not bad, but that's nowhere near as good as we had been doing with previous streams. I'm just saying. So I don't really know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Is this the beginning of the trailing off now for Street Fighter 6 and another stream or two are going to be bad and then that's it? Because I'll be honest with you. I keep playing Street Fighter 6 because I crave fighting games, right? I love fighting games. But I just don't like Street Fighter 6 that much. It's okay, it's passable, but it's nowhere near the games I like, all right, at all in level of quality. Too many easy mode scrubs, mash buttons, play patterns, and win, and it's just not fun because of that. From someone who knows what the fuck is going on in the game and knows what they're doing, it drives me nuts that people can just literally go, do pattern and win. It's atrocious. Now, I don't get angry like I used to. Like, I used to get so angry, I'd scream and I'd punch my joystick. Those days are kind of behind me. I just don't get that agitated anymore about it. But like tonight, I'm physically exhausted after having played it, and people didn't like it enough to really support it as much as I would have hoped, and that's frustrating. So we're going to do it again on Friday. All right, we are. I hope that people will show up for Friday Night Fights, and to be honest, I hope that it's a great night, because tonight was not great at all, and I'm wondering what's happening. I don't want this to die out, and I keep playing it. If it continues to not have the level of engagement and support that I wish, then we're not going to play it anymore. Or we'll just find other things to do, all right? We didn't play fighting games for the longest time. We'll just do other stuff. We'll play more indie games. We'll do whatever, okay? So hopefully it was just a one-off. Like I said, this was the first time in an entire month I've been playing it. It didn't do so well. Hopefully it will bounce back on Friday. I guess we'll see. But now, folks, that's not one. That's not two. That's not three. That's 4 straight streams that were good, but not great. I really want to come back tomorrow strong. So what's going on Wednesday to start the second half of the streaming week? Well, there will be a Level 1 podcast where we will talk about the stuff that happened during the Nintendo stream today, notably some games that were in there that maybe you guys are interested in seeing me play in the future, maybe even as playthroughs. But now knowing what actually is in that collection, I want to lock in the games we'll be playing for the marathon on March 6th, because if we lock it in, and people know what's coming, they're more likely to show up, engage, and support with the marathon. If you don't know what games are being played and it's random and you come to the marathon and you're disappointed because the games you want aren't played, you're going to, it's going to be just like that last marathon we just did a couple weeks ago. And I want to do better for you than that. I want to have people be entertained. So let's lock it in tomorrow morning on the podcast. Then Hollow Knight continues on the first stream, and Hollow Knight continuously has done great. Great game. We're going to now explore. We have double jump, which is awesome. We can now backtrack and we can explore more stuff, which will be amazing. And I hope that you'll come and join me for Hollow Knight tomorrow. Tomorrow night, RimWorld. And RimWorld also has been doing really great recently. We've unlocked all new stuff. We now have a record number of survivors that we've recruited. We've got new technology that we've advanced. it's going to be, I feel, a great stream of RimWorld on the late stream as well. So tomorrow, please come by. Let's have a great day together of Hollow Knight, RimWorld, and a fun podcast. And let's bounce back. Let's bounce back from 4 mediocre streams and let's have some great ones. Okay? All right. Enjoy all the content. Enjoy the rage of Street Fighter. Enjoy the disappointment of the Virtual Boy and enjoy the retro gameplay because that was really good. The stuff that we played today that was old Nintendo, that was fun. I'll be back tomorrow, refreshed and ready to go. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you then.